It's like a thunder's roar. Rubber burns and the engine soars. Rev bomb rides with a wild man's pride. The world can't keep up no matter how it tries. Rev bomb's motorbikes got a heart of steel. Wheels spinning faster than the fear we feel. Lights flash like fire in the dead of night. He's a rebel on wheels chasing freedom's light.
Evening all, welcome along. Friday Night Live. It's the Friday Night Sermon. Rev Bombs here in the house. Evening to Andy. Andy's already here. As always, link is up on the side in the YouTube and on the StreamYard. Nearly said StreamYard then. On the EV Mux, the link is down the bottom. If you want to come in, jump on the camera. And just to remind you, over 18s, not for children. Adult jokes, C-bombs, F-bombs may occur during the entire show. And we may discuss subjects that are not of your liking or feel that are not appropriate. Bikers are real men and women, not slow fakes or Karens. So if it's not for you, big red X in the corner. Click that X in the corner, disappear off of YouTube, and as all the boys would say, go and do one. Right, let's say hello to everybody. Buster ADV, evening all. Hope you're all doing well. Evening, Buster, good to see you. Scottish Biker is here as well. Scottish Biker Abroad, good to see you, buddy. Mrs. GSA, a.k.a. Shell, the Mrs., is here as well. She's down there. And, of course, Simon Brackett. Evening, Simon. Good to see you, mate. And my old partner in crime from the last while bad. Stuart's here as well. Slow Rider. Good to see you, mate. Welcome along to the Friday Night live stream. Couple of things. And let me just click across to my Friday Night Live. Just got to mute this. So, shut up. Yes, right. Just a couple of things to go through tonight. Oh, God. And, of course, the link's going off on my phone as well. I've got loads of questions all flooding in. So we'll answer all them in a minute. Jay Dutch is here. My mate Jay is here as well. So Jay Dutch, if you haven't seen his channel, go and look at some of Jay's stuff. Really, really good. Subi's here as well. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. And, of course, Simon said, no crimes were committed. Exactly that, mate. GB's here. Jules. Evening, Jules. Good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Right, if you didn't see it, New Biker, we've done a little, Andy's just said, aka the current missus. Right, we did a little bit of a Secret Santa on one of the Motor Social channels. Now, we all had a Secret Santa. I've got my Secret Santa present. That's already about to be sent out this week. So I had a little Christmas card and I thought I'll open it early, and it ended up being from New Biker, otherwise known as Angelo. Very, very good channel. So if you want to follow New Biker, we're going to put his link up for you. So Noob, he's known as Noob. Everybody calls him Noob, but he's known as New Biker. Great guy, absolutely lovely guy, Angelo. So let's just find his channel. Where are we? New, and he comes up as new.biker. There we go. Let's see if we can find him there. New.biker. There we go. New Biker. Right, so this is his channel. If you want to go and follow him, he's currently at 1,800 at the moment. He's looking to get some more subs. So link is up on the YouTube over that side, or it's down there at the bottom. Just go onto YouTube and hit in NOO Biker, New Biker. That's Angelo. He's done the EIC, I think it's the EICMA. EICMA 25. And he's going around the stands, Kawasaki versus test rides, loads of different things. And he's stuck one up as well, the Gates belt drives. Belt versus chain. What is the best system? Visor system. Auto darkening visor. You can put a visor on and it darkens. Or you just go out and buy a Klim, because they've got the Klims have the transition lenses in them. Andy will tell you all about that. So Andy knows all about Klim. What's up, ladies? Blake's is here as well. And as he said, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Right. So yeah, he sent me that little Christmas card, And he said to me, as you're going off next year with Andy, I probably won't need it because Andy knows the route left, right, and centre. But he sent me Picos de Europa map. So I have got the whole map of Picos. I can work out my routes. I don't need to. I've got a sat nav, but it'd be good to get the map and just plot the little points that you do. So that'd be very, very interesting if I could get out and do Picos next year. So probably get out and do that with Andy next year. Right, as I said, EV Mux link is up. If you want to jump in on that, come and join me. Come and help me out here. EV Mux link is down there. It's also up on the side on the YouTube channel. Come and jump in on the show. Stu's just said some lovely roads over there. Exactly. Blake's just said the Clim. I had a case of the Clim. Oh, I had a case of the Clim and it itched. Andy's just said, oh, they sell a cream for that. Brilliant. If you didn't see we've got a little motovloggers channel on WhatsApp, and to say it was raining today was an understatement, but I'm sure we had more water in the workshop than we did outside the workshop because it was just flooding in the roof. I'm trying to do a full service on a ZX6R, and I was getting waterboarded from the roof, leaning over, and it's like drip, drip, drip on the back of your head. Our roof does leak in our building. It's great in the summer, but when it rains, it's crap. Jules just said RT. Oh yes, the new Lex Moto RT1. It's got an inbuilt front-facing camera, and they have an app. So you get your owner's manual, stick the app on your phone, and you don't even need to launch the app. It literally automatically records to the app on your phone. But that will spank your memory on your phone. It will just flood all your videos straight to it. It's been raining cats, dogs, ginger. I'll tell you what, it was that bad. I was thinking about getting the jet ski and going sticking a pair of bathing trunks on about 3:30 this afternoon. It was absolutely bloody terrible. Right. Another quick one for you. Let me see if I can share this channel up from YouTube. A certain motovlogger has been all around the world on this bike, well, doing his tours, as they say. Rhythmic's got one out as well. He's done the Remembrance Sunday ride. So I did one. Rhythmic's been out, and he's also done his Remembrance ride as well. But the main one is this. So let me just copy that. In fact, let's see if we can whack it up and put it live on the show. Evening, Scott. Scott's here as well, so good to see you, Scott. Welcome back. Jules just said getting back from Blackpool was hair raising in Windy's Hell. Torrential rain. That's workshop. The Draylon fibre paint you said about stopping the leaks. It was absolutely awful today, mate. Absolutely awful. Right, let's just share the screen. Let's just pop this up there. Drop across and add that up onto the scene. Let's bring that up. Let's give this a little bit of whack the audio on. And look at this, guys.
Well, there it is, my Keith. This is Keith, my Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sport DCT ES model. You've seen every mile this bike's done. Morocco, Spain, mountains, storms, campsites. But now, Keith can become your bike. Over the last couple of years, this machine has been my partner in crime. We've crossed countries, continents, faced ridiculous weather, storms, campsites, and made memories that I will never forget. And on every single one of those adventures, you've been right there with me, whether it be through the videos on the channel, in the comments, with the lass. And that's why it feels right. I'd rather one of you carry that story on. It's weird saying goodbye to a bike that's been part of so many adventures, but if it means one of you gets to start your next one, then it's absolutely worth it. Tickets are £7.50 each, and limited to 3,500 tickets only. The draw closes the week before Christmas, so somebody is getting the best.
There we go. So he's selling that bike, 3,500 tickets at £7.50 a pop. All right, it's Richie Vida's bike. It's Richie from Wild Bad. But when you actually work out what he's selling it for, that bike works out at £26,000. You can get a brand new Africa Twin from Grafton Honda for 19 grand. Yeah, as Andy said, he's valued that over 26. Not worth it. He's making a massive profit. And someone actually posted on his YouTube channel, all right, so you'd rather try and raffle it and make more money than try and part exchange it or just sell it privately. Yeah, there's a method in the madness, isn't there? So, yeah, I need the number to the person that detailed that bike. That is probably going to be Valentino Glossy. That's probably going to be Sam, so Valentino Glossy. That'll probably be him. He's in the UK as well. That bike would do Jamie when he passes Mod 1. It's bloody high in the seat, though. It's really high in the seat. Dying Breeds here. Hello, YouTube from the USA. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome along. Scooby, yeah. Taking the mick. It is taking the absolute mick. That ain't love for your bike. No, you'd put it up and just say on your channel, wouldn't you? I'm selling my bike. It's up for X amount of pounds. Or nearest offer. I did that with the GTR. I put my GTR up for £4.5 grand. Loads of people said, "Oh, don't like the green on it," and then some guy came along and went, "Oh, I'm buying Red Bomb's bike." Gave me the £4.5 grand. I paid £4 for it with all the mods on it. I made a nice steady broke even, should I say? But with everything I chucked into it. And everyone said to me, you know, how much have you chucked into your Explorer this year? Well, I paid £6,250 for the bike. I must have spent at least another £2 grand on that bike. Is it worth £8 grand now? No, it's still worth £6,250. I've chucked £2 grand into it. It's like Andy's Beamer. Andy's Beamer, 19, 20 grand. That's got, what, 6-7K's worth of extras. Is Andy going to get the full 27K out of it? No, but Andy's bike is Andy's bike, and you mod your own bike to what you want. But for £7.50 a ticket, you know, someone will like that bike and probably win it. But you know, are they going to ride it? They'll probably stick it on eBay and market it off. I'd rather have the one from Bike Thing that they've got. They you know, you can go and buy a fully modded brand new GS 1300 for Bike Thing for £7.50 a ticket or £7.99 a ticket. Here we go. It might be that he gets too much, but yeah, he could get it for £7.50. Just saying, yeah, exactly. Dying Breed, cheers, buddy. Vinyl Nuts is here. Yay. Oh, Rev, sorry, missed you last week. Not a problem, mate. Yeah, not a problem at all. Welcome along to the stream. Here we are. Don't want to win it. I'm not riding anything or anyone called Keith. Here we go. Bike was 22k new. So, yeah, he's... there we go. And he's put 4k into it. So, what did I say? About 26k. Yeah. Here we go. That's an answer. Rev, put your bike up for £7.50, limited to 3,000 tickets. You'll make a wad of cash, but everybody will hate it. I wouldn't do that. If I wanted to sell my bike, I would sell it for probably what the trade value is, plus what the extras are on. So trade value on one of those. I've just bought, and we've just bought another 2 bikes this week. So we've got a Ducati Scrambler 800. And then it turned up this morning. Phil's gone out and bought the R69, or no, the R90T. Get it right, R90T, which is the same one that Maynard had. So we've got a nice little black R90T in the workshop now. But I should be out riding that next week. if the weather's good. Oh, Andy's got the best answer. He should sell it to CMF. I love the way that us small channels, we go off and do stuff. And then the big channels come along and go, I'm nicking that idea. And because they're all full of themselves and obviously got more subscribers, they get more likes. But TMF has taken his BMW to bike thing, and oh, lo and behold, he's got exactly the same lights that Andy's got on. He's got exactly the same mods that Andy's got on. I'm not saying that, you know, every BMW is all the same, but it's a bit weird how he's copied every single mod that Andy has put on his bike. But just saying, I'm not getting into a war with certain people, but yeah. Oh, let's just copy Andy GSA Tractor, or let's just copy Rev Bomb, or let's just go out and copy one of the smaller channels. Yes, because it will get you the views on it. Oh, here we go. GDM, I've still got a 125 Michigan for sale. Tickets go for 240 quid. Yeah, Jay, Andy's got a stalker. Yeah, I wonder if he's ever watched the bits with Andy on it, where Andy goes and the eye goes over that way. Oh, TMF took his BMW to the school fair, gave all the kids a free ride. Oh, interesting. Yeah, oh, very interesting. Shell's just said, I've only been able to ride my bike twice in the 4 months. Is there anything I should look out for or do? No, just make sure that your discs aren't too rusty. Give your fuel tank a good slosh around. And just take it out and ride it. Get the engine nice and hot. That's the best answer. Just get the engine nice and warm. Get it all worked in. While we're doing that, I'm going to have a swig of we're on the Pinot tonight, by the way. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So just take it out, give it a run, make sure it's all good. I did notice that Darren's got a few bikes up for sale. If you want a cheap bike and you know that it's going to be absolutely reliable, and well looked after, and it's going to have a good service on it, then have a chat with Darren Spears from HBB Motorcycles, because he does some really good second-hand bikes. We can't even compete with the prices that he sells them at. Scottish bike, Joseph gave kid. Oh, that's a bit near the knuckle. The other one is a couple of. I've got to be very careful what I say before 8:30 tonight, because obviously I've got to be the monetisation, etc., etc. But there are a couple of things that I'm going to cover, and obviously Sunday night is Climb to Go, Todge 29, Steve the Dorset Rider, Jerry the Flat Cap Cafe Racer, and all the others. But all the boys are all on a Sunday night live stream. Normally, Exeter Rider goes in about 7 o'clock and does his little bit and for about an hour, and then we all jump onto the other guy's channel. Andy's normally in there, and all the other boys. Now then. So do Paris. There is a certain YouTube video that's been put up about a certain person. And I can't obviously say the name because YouTube will pick up on it, but it's him. And they were interviewing him. What do you want to do when you retire from the BBC? Oh, I think I'll go and work as a helper at a children's school. Of course you will. Yeah, of course you will. Yeah, pervert. GB says, my new bike started fine after 2 weeks undercover. Notice the bike will not let you rev over 6k till it's been running for... Yeah, exactly. Free, it is an engine protection thing. You've got the new OCRs, which is the new Lex Moto. Basically, it's the Titan revamped called the OCR. Phil started one up today for a customer. Went to roll it across the yard and he said it's bogging down. I went, no, you've got to let it run for 2 to 3 minutes, mate. Got to get the engine warm. And he went, why? I said, they all do it. If you go and try and ride it in the first 30 seconds, you open the throttle, it just bogs down. It does not want to know. You've got to get the engine warmed up. So that is your answer. Let any 125, if it's an air-cooled bike, let the thing warm up for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Get it Oh, Jesus Christ. Vidal's just a Gary Glitters just joined the chat. It's a Euro 5.5 thing. The big thing at the moment, Lex Motor was seeing it, and not just Lex Motor, but AJS as well now, where all the Euro 5.5 bikes are popping the rear lambda sensor. So it's not normally the front one goes. They've got, on the old Euro 5, you better have one lambda sensor at the front of the engine. On the new ones, you've got one at the front and one just after the rear silencer or in the rear cat. And what they're doing is that the rear lambda, they're jumping out of calibration and it pops the rear lambda, throws an engine light, and Lex Motor is spending a fortune on lambda sensors at the moment. I must have done at least 15 to 20 lambda sensors in new bikes. We send them out 2 weeks later, they're back with a lambda sensor. Oh, here we are. Keep the bike on an optimizer all the time. Take it out of the garage, warm up, give it a rest, yeah? Oh, laughing at vinyl. Oh, here we are. I don't remember that. Oh, Jesus, Andy. Jesus. There was we tend to get it in the Motovloggers channel. And it's obviously, we can't call him Prince Andrew now. It's now Andrew Mountbatten, isn't it? Because he's been stripped of his title. Chatting away with King Charles, and he goes, "Oh, look, there's a 15-year-old Escort up for sale here on eBay." And he went, "It's a car, you nonce." Yeah, but we won't go into that one. But yeah, we do share little jokes on our certain WhatsApp Motovloggers page. I've got a load of questions here anyway. Right, let me just... we're all chatting about, obviously, MCN Bike Show is on at the moment. So I always say the best day to do the MCN Bike Show is the last day, which is the Sunday, because most of the stands there do not want to take stuff home with them. They don't want to be boxing it up, putting it back in a box, putting it back in the trailer, taking it back to the showroom, unboxing it, putting it back on the shelf. So if you want clothes, jackets, boots, gloves, bike accessories, disc locks, chain, anything to do with take-home products, the best day to go is on the last Sunday of the MCM, because you will get some really good bargains. You can get literally up to about 2/3 off of your stuff. I went last year, I came back with about 600 quid's worth of stuff, and it cost me 150 quid. Because I was haggling with the stand. You don't want to be taking that home. I tell you what, I'll give you 20 quid for it. And they're like, "Oh yeah, but it's a 40 quid item." All right, last offer 30 quid, and I'm walking away. All right, we'll take the 30 quid. That is the best day to go. So always do it on the last day of the bike show, because you will get so many bargains. Said here, "Evening, Stu. Good to see you. I'm going to have a chat about that bloke in a minute." GB said, "Should be Andrew Sachs to my missus is obviously, my missus follows Stu on, I think it's Facebook and Instagram. And she went, "Oh, look, Stu's got a puppy. Stu's got a puppy." All I've heard for the last week is about Zedhead's puppy. "Oh, look at the puppy. Oh, look, it's a cute little puppy. Oh, look at the puppy. Look at the puppy." I was like, there's me like, "Well, where's the bike? Where's the bike?" No, it's all puppy. It's all puppy this week. So, yeah, Stu's got a lovely little puppy. And I keep getting, "Oh, look. No, do not want another dog at the moment. We're quite happy as we are. Don't want another dog. Our one went last year, so I do not want to get another dog at the moment." But, yes, she's like, "Oh, puppy. Yeah, all right. Yes, I see it. So, yeah, keep putting the puppy photos up, Stu, because she loves them. Andy one, TMF was going to go, but his missus was Oh, Jesus, Andy. Right, let's just go through some of these questions. There was one of the questions on the Trail Riders page today. Now, one of the guys said, obviously, thinking of getting a new adventure bike. What's the best tyre if I'm doing 50% road and 50% trails? A lot of people said Michelin Anarchies. A lot of people, have, obviously like me, have said like the Dunlop Trail Max. A lot of people have said if you're touring, get the Road 6s because the Road 6 is a really good all-round tyre. It's what makes you feel happy on the bike. You can listen to the opinions, but obviously do your own thing. Trail Max are good off-road. They're skittish in tarmac and on wet weather. Great on dry tarmac, but if you get a bit of rain under the back on a knobbly tyre, you're not going to hold it on the road like a Road 6 would. But obviously Andy tours around on his Road 6s and he cranks the miles up. So it all depends what road you're riding or if you're doing off-road. But look at what other people tell you. Don't just go for what you think people are going to tell you. I absolutely love my Trail Maxes on the bike. They're great on gravel. They're great off-road. The back end is a bit skittish in the wet weather, but I do ride my bike quite hard. But I've never had a better tyre than the Trail Max. The Trail Max is a really, really good one. Juno, yeah, Juno is a wee angel. That's it, Juno, that's the one. She absolutely loves that dog. So just keep him under lock and chain, Zed, because if we ever come up to Scotland, that dog is going to disappear. Evening, Zed, just giving the end, give me a reference, make sure the missus. I'll tell you what, not having a bloody chihuahua. Oh, Crazy Dad's here as well. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. It's been a while. Rev will end up with a bottle. Oh, you are joking. I always wanted one of those Men in Black. What do they call it? The Men in Black dogs. Oh, I can't. The one that looks like it's run into a brick wall and got a flattened face. Can't think of the name. But Pug. That's the one I was looking at. But we ended up with a bloody lurcher. So yeah. Don't put the Scottish flag out if you're threatened. Right. Midas Enduro Trail Plus is my choice, but I said that on my live stream. It's whatever makes you comfortable. Exactly that, Buster. Exactly. Yeah, Pug. Yeah, the Men in Black dog. Absolutely brilliant little things. If you could get it to talk, or Andy's got a parrot that's going to be up for auction soon. £7.50 a ticket. There's 9,000 tickets available. £7.50, and he will do the draw in 2 years' time. So he can get the money in. So yeah, if you want to win a parrot that swears like a trooper, £7.50 a ticket, 3,500 tickets, and the draw is going to be in 2 years. So that will keep Andy in bike parts for the next couple of years. GB, my dog's a pug called Emily. She rules. Oh, bless! Told you, pugs are good. Right, as I said. Let's put the guest link up. If anybody wants to come and jump in, I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. Shut up, Alexa, you cow. I don't know why she's just obviously went off. Right, there we go. There we go. So EV Mux link down there. It's up on the tubes. If you want to come and jump in on the stream. Quite welcome for coming. You win it, Rev. Whiskers is yours. You can take the abuse thing for free. You can keep your parrot, mate. I don't want anything here. God, can you just imagine? Oh, here we go. What's the top speed for the Lexpo R66? What's your video of you riding it? I never know. The reason, Diamond, is that is a brand new bike. All Lexmotos are tied to a certain... When you buy the bike, you will get a Lexmoto running pack that you have to sign, which basically, if you rag the crap out of the bike, you lose your warranty. So it is 40 mile an hour maximum, first 500 miles, service, and then you can do 50 mile an hour, which will take you to 3,000 miles, or 6 months after your first service. Once you've done 2 services in the first year, you can open the bike up. But the standard R66 will do 63 mile an hour. If you've got the Michigan so the R66 was known as the Detroit, good to about 63 mile an hour. If you've got the 66 Plus, which was the Michigan, that's good to 65. If you've got the all singing, all dancing, water-cooled R66 Plus, which is basically an Aprilia engine copy. That thing is good to about 75 mile an hour, but you must run your bikes in. So that's why we never push bikes over the limit. Reason being, obviously, when I'm doing test rides on bikes, it is a customer's bike. Now, there was another bike shop in Milton Keynes that when we were selling the Lexmoto Iscas, I was riding them around at 40 mile an hour. They took a brand new bike out, 2 miles on the clock, down the A5, recorded the ride and got 68 mile an hour out of it with 2 miles on the bike. The guy bought the bike, said, my bike does 68 mile an hour. 3 weeks later, he was in the garage and it was a brand new engine because they'd worn the bores out. It had lost compression. It needed a complete new top end. And it had also blown the main crank as well because it had been ragged within an inch of its life in the first 20 miles. So that is the reason why you run a bike in. Lexmoto actually said to the guy that you could have a brand new engine because they've seen the video. And the shop that sold that bike, that did the test ride, actually lost their rights to sell Lexmoto bikes. They got the plug pulled on them because they were not test riding to Lexmoto standards. So, yeah, that is why we have to obviously ride at 40 mile an hour. So, there we go. She's running through. In fact, we didn't have got pugs a twin coat. They shed twice as many hair. Oh, well, I don't want a pug then. No, definitely not. Have a great weekend, be all. Remember to drop me 10 piece. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, Omer. Good to see you, mate. Oh, Gus is here. My favourite man, Gus. Evening all, running late. Good to see you, Gus. Sandra, which shop was this? It was another shop in Milton Keynes. Can't say who they are, mate. But I'm going back about 4 years ago now. Just before they lost their rights to sell Lexmoto and went bust. So, can't say. But, yeah. Right. James is here. James Smart, well said. Yeah, cheers, buddy. H Gaming. Yeah, no way. Yes, it was. Yes, way. Here we go. Dave A7 is here. Sorry, I'm late. I've just picked up a bike called Keith for 750. Yeah, exactly. Kime is here as well. Joe's here as well. There we go. Kime to go's here. Sunday night live stream with Time to Go, 8 o'clock. Leanne's here as well. The snow forecast for next week here in Scotland, yes. Here we go. Rev, what's the rules on a loud exhaust for an MOT? I get asked this all the time about small plates, loud exhausts. It just so happens I can go down the side here and jump into my MOT. I'm a sad bugger, mate. So I have, let me just share the screen up and I will show you exactly how you can check your bike for certain things. So let's go down here. Let's put it up and share the entire screen. So there we go. You can see it. So I'm just going to back up out of this. What you need to do is to go to basically Google MOT testing guide for motorcycles. And I happen to have MOT testers, passenger vehicles. This is what's known as your general articles. So guidance for your MOT testers. So you will click on that, which is your MOT inspection checklist for motorcycles. And then just go into, let me just go down to my checklist. There's your checklist. So that is all the stuff that you would normally do when you do an MOT. Right, so MOT manuals, there we go. MOT inspection manual, blah, blah, blah. MOT inspection checklist, but this is your manual, so you want the manual. What you're going to do, you've got the introductions, ignore that. Identification of the vehicle. So to start with, registration plates. Let's have a look at registration plate. It gives you the size of what the police require, or DVSA, to have on your registration plate. So your characters 44mm wide, 10mm spacings, and 64mm high. If you've got a small plate or it is below the required standards, so number plate missing, no, number plate inscription illegible, that normally with weird characters, or does not conform to the requirements, it is a major fail. But what it does tell you is, after the 1st of September, single shade of black, you can have 3D lettering or 4D lettering on your bike. So, or honeycomb effect, you can have that as well. But all the manuals in there. If it actually goes to exhausts, that would come under exhaust noise. So exhausts, here we go, guys. So shoulder sections. If possible, you should assess the exhaust noise by revving the engine. It is a tester's discretion. Some people like loud exhaust, some people don't. So the exhaust system and silencer should be in a condition or of such a type that noise emitted or the noise emitted from the motorcycle is not unreasonable or above the level from the same bike or a similar bike with the standard silencer. So if you've got say like your Gixxer 750 and it's got a standard pipe and it's quite loud, you go and put a Scorpion, Acroprovic, or one of the old cans like the Microns on it. It depends. If it's too loud, exhaust noise levels in excess of permitted, it's a major failure. Insecure exhaust, or the exhaust is going to be detached. But the exhaust noise, if it's above what it should be, is a major fail. It all depends and is tester's discretion. So that is how they work out how to do MOTs on bikes. There we go. All sorted out. Right. Let's just click through some of these. James, where have we gone? Where have I gone? All right, let me just get rid of that one. Right. I'm a massive fan of your video. Thank you very, very much. A lot of TikTokers in tonight. Explains bike so when I've got to keep a simple like if I've got to rag the fuck out of a first bike, but yeah, definitely won't be doing that. Yeah, do not rag a new bike until you've done at least 500 miles. Scottish bike, no MOTs here, luckily. It's either a new bike. We are. Rave teaser, buy a new bike, rag them at the start. It can improve horsepower. It all depends. If it's a 125, then they don't like it. If it's a big bike, then yeah, get them to go. Cheers, Diamond. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. I know someone who got pulled up for a small number plate. £100 now and 3 points. Harvey, I think it was Harvey Does Rides or something, the guy that gives out the Haribos in London, got pulled by the law this week. And they've said to him, we've caught you speeding, but you've also got a small plate on the bike. So you can either have a speeding fine and do basically the course, or we're going to give you £100 and 3 points for the number plate. Which one do you want? And it was just a shitty copper. And then they took the Haribos off him. I'm like, oh yeah, but have you got any Haribos? Yeah. So he's took the speeding fine and the awareness course. But it's absolutely mad. You know, people are pulling, the coppers are out in force at the moment. Small plates, loud exhaust. Tens of thousands of miles like road bikes. Yeah. You're not allowed to use a decibel meter. There is no specific decibels. It is tester's discretion. Yeah. It took 20 minutes to measure it. £100 fine. Yeah. £100, 3 points. As Leanne says, size does matter. Exactly. 7 dB over standard. That's nothing. It's tester's discretion. I like a loud pipe. I do like a loud pipe. Phil does not. But how would you distinguish between something like your standard Africa Twin, Triumph Tiger, BMW, compared to a Harley that's got open pipes, which is totally road legal? If you've got Vance and Hines pipes on a Harley and they're straight through, it's a pass, even though it is hideously loud, because it's a Harley Davidson. You cannot just oh yeah, I don't like it, it's a loud pipe. No, because if they go to Vosa and say, someone's complained about my pipes, but they're Vance and Hines, they're aftermarket silencers designed for that bike, and they are road legal exhaust, and he's failed because of noise, the tester can actually get himself in the doo-doo. So, yeah, it's tester's discretion, but I tend to turn a blind eye to a loud pipe. But then again, if Fosa walk in and go, that bike's hideously loud, as long as you've passed and advised it, as they always say in testing history, with MOT testers, use what is called CYA. Cover your ass, pass and advise. If in doubt, and you don't know if it's a fail, pass and advise it, because Vosa will look better on you if you've passed and advised it rather than go fail and it's not a failable item. Yeah, so that's how it works. Andy should have done me flip flops after the holiday. You said TikTok. Oh yes, no MOTs in. Yeah, no, there is no MOTs in the Netherlands. Yeah, it's a bit deaf and can't say. Cheers, Dave. Yeah, I do tend to turn a blind eye for a lot of things, but you know, it depends on if you know that they're going to sort stuff out. They just want to catch the fast scooters and bicycles, yeah. Oh, Jerry's here. Finally got here. Evening, Jerry. Good to see you, buddy. Hope your little reunion went well, mate. Jason said, find a deaf tester. Stuart's just said, if you're not prepared to pay the penalty, don't have small plates and don't break the speed limit. Exactly, yeah. Only places that use dB meters are racetracks and failed loud bikes. Exactly that. Oh, God, yes. Do you remember them? The FS1Es with the micron can. It literally sounded like a wasp in a bean tin. It really, really did. Lounge said, my bike's due its first MOT in March. Be extra nice. MOT tester. Just MOT testers do like a nice, clean, shiny bike. If you're trying to work your way around the bike and you're covered in dirt, grease, and crap, we had a bike that turned up last year, and it was the only bike that I refused to test because the guy had been green laning an hour before he turned up to me. Wheeled it into the MOT bay, and I'm like, what the hell is... And he'd gone and rolled through loads and loads of horse shit on the way to the MOT test. He'd been down country, and I went, mate, I ain't testing that. Oh, yeah, there's the jet wash. Wash your bike, then I'll test it. And I made him jet wash his own bike. So, yeah, an MOT tester does not like working on a dirty bike, especially when it's covered in horse shit or cow shit. Right, let's just quick share up the link then. We're going to put the link up one more time. I've got another 15 minutes to go. I have been awake since 3 o'clock this morning.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Exactly, you're not, yeah. So I've been awake since 3 o'clock this morning. Woke up, my head's doing 200 mile an hour like it normally does. So I came in the office and edited a few more videos. So links there. If you want to come and join me on camera for the last little bit, then you're welcome to do so. Scooby's just said, any advice for buying used tyres? I certainly wouldn't touch a used tyre. Used bikes or used cars. Check the service history on the bike. You can normally tell from the age of the owner. If it's a youngster and he's selling a bike, you know it's going to be ragged within an inch of its life. If it's an older rider, you know it's going to be darn well looked after. Number 2, check the service history. Has the bike had services within its yearly regime? If it's only got a part service history, yeah. If he says, oh, I've serviced it myself, I would walk away. So watch your service regime. Have a good look round the bike. Does it look clean? Can you see any weeping from the forks? When you press the suspension down, does it feel good? Start the bike up. Listen to the engine. Has it got any ticks, noises, annoying dings, rattles? Can you hear any cam chains going? Look at the condition of the tyres and have a look at the brake pads. Normally, if it's a looked after bike, everything on it will be really good. If in doubt, and as I always say to everybody, if in doubt, walk away. There's plenty more bikes out there to choose from. Don't just go for the first thing you say. Gussie just said, twin mic runs on my old... Oh, God, you remember the 350p? Yeah, YPVS. Yeah, walk it down the road and start it up because they were so darn noisy. Coming to Kenton Road, testing my new bike. If I buy the... chuck it my way, mate. I've got to come down to Kent soon anyway because Joe's down in... I think Joe's in Faversham. So Kymper goes in Faversham. So we're going to be down that way probably beginning of next year. Yeah, probably be January, February when we get down to there because we've got loads of runs coming off. Refu just set my Alexa off. No idea what it was. My Alexa keeps going off in the background and I've absolutely no idea why. Is the oil thick with sawdust? Yeah, check the oil, condition the oil, look at the dipstick as well. That will normally give you a good hit. The ZX6 that I had in today, 3.2 litres in a ZX6. Just done new filters on it, bled all the brakes, done all the coolant system, chain adjust. He said, oh, we've got a bit of a misfire. Well, when I actually got into the plug caps, the HT leads, you've got the old-fashioned screw-in plug caps. So they screw in with a little screw inside the HT lead. And fiddling around, like, oh, that feels a bit loose. Pulled it out. There's 2 strands of wire on the HT cap. Cut it back, thread it back up again. Bike runs absolutely brilliant now. But it's all down to maintenance and how you look after your bike. And find yourself a very, very good mechanic. There's loads of bike dealers out there that all say they're mechanics. Look for someone that's done at least 30 years in the business. Good ones in our area. You've got Darren Spears, HBB Motorcycles. You've got Adam at MK Motorcycle Centre. Me and Phil down at Eclipse. You've got Pete Holland Engineering. He's very, very good on the big bikes, stripping them out. But there's loads and loads of good dealers. But check out on Google the history of the garage. See what the customers say. Customer reviews are the best thing that you can do to check the history of a garage and find out what they're like. We've had one of our guys that come into us and he had an R1. Gavin had an R1, took it up to a local motorcycle centre that had just started up in Milton Keynes. And they, oh yes, we've done the full service on it. It's 900 quid. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot for a service on an R1. Come in, the oil filter hadn't been changed. The oil was still the same. Spark plugs were still the same. They basically wheeled it in, give it a quick polish over and put it out the door. Oh, yeah, it's had a service. So be very, very careful where you take your bikes to if you've got your pride and joy going to a dealership or a bike garage for servicing. Just be very, very careful who does it. Oh, going to do me oil change on my Vogue 125 Moto 7100 10W40. The Moto 7100 is the bright red stuff. You won't get any better. The Moto 71. That's exactly what I've got in my Explorer, and it's probably one of the best oils out there. Costs you an arm and a bloody leg. Probably the most expensive oil on the market, apart from Castrol P1. But it's a darn good oil. Exactly that. Oh, let's just go through some of these. Mark, your filter, right? Vinyl's just said, yeah, when I was 60, Mum and the gate ready for me to come home, she could hear me coming from half a mile away. I tell you what, we was chatting with the guy and he said, we're going to have to do a list. We'll get all them up. We'll do this for a couple of weeks' time, and we'll get Joe Kymper Go. We'll get Todge 29, Andy GSA Tractor. See if we can get hold of Riv Mick or the other boys and myself, and list every single bike that you've had through the years. I know exactly every single bike that I've had all through the years. So, 12 years old, KX250. 14-year-old. I had KTM 422 stroker. 16, I had a Pooch Maxi pedal along because it was my granddad's bike. 17, my dad's Super Dream 250 passed my test. I went Z900 in the first 3 months. Then I went to a Z1300, had that for about 4 years. Then I went to a Motor Guzzi Le Mans, and then we did a Laverda Jota, 1000cc Laverda Jota, and then the Fireblade hit the market. The amount of Fireblades, so I had the small Fireblade, the 600, then I went the night. My best one was the 939 Fireblade that I had. That one cost me my license in 1995. I got clocked going down Milton Keynes dual carriageway. They just opened a new dual carriageway through the middle of Milton Keynes, 1995, called the A5D. And I got clocked at Milton Keynes Bridge. 7 miles later, they pulled me up, and I got caught doing 158 down the A5D. 6-month ban, guys. So yeah, do not speed. Do not speed. But that Fireblade was bloody lovely. And obviously CBR6, my ZX7, my GTR, and now I've got the Triumph. But if you're thinking of getting a bike, look at the different models, see what suits you the best. But I wish I'd gone to adventure biking years ago, because adventure biking is really the in thing at the moment. And you can do a lot more with an adventure bike than you can with a tourer or a sports bike or just a sit-on bike. Let's have a roll through some of these. Can't beat the old two-strokes, yeah? Oh, I love an old two-stroke. I see the amount of time you said about garage being MK. Yeah, I'm glad I don't live there. Yeah, there are some dodgy ones. There are some good ones. Oh, look who's here. Look. I haven't seen him for ages. Hey, how you doing, Brian? Best tyres. Long seen, know your party people. Best tyres. Road 6s. I love my Trail Maxes. When Richie Vida said get the Trail Max Raids. Absolutely brilliant. Love those tyres. They're just a bit sketchy in the wet. But road, if you're on a BM or any other bike, Road 6 is for touring. But if you're off-road, Anarchies or Dunlop Trail Max. 5 litres for 62 quid. Oh, that ain't bad, mate. That ain't bad. Yeah, it's good to see old Peaks here. There we are. Jerry's just said, I always go to Mexico for speed testing with 173 out that rocket, mate. I ain't surprised. I'll see you all later. Diamond, cheers for coming in, pal. Good to see you. As I say, if anybody wants to come and jump in, welcome to do so. Brian, you need to get back on your midweek mumble, mate. It's been ages since we've seen you. There we go. EV Muxlink is up. Brilliant. That is all up there. If you want to come and jump in there or over there on the YouTube, it depends on what channel you're watching it on. But it's good to see the whole bloody crew's here as well. I haven't seen Brian do a video for absolutely ages. Because I think the last bit that we saw of Peaky was where he was out riding with Richie Vida. And, oh, God, what a tour that was. But that bike's up for sale. I think it's a little bit overpriced. But if Richie's going to give some of the money away to charity... but someone's going to have a good... I'd love an Africa Twin, but I'd love a BM more. I'm waiting for Andy GSA to sell me that BMW of his. I know there's a lot going on, mate, but I say, I'm on the end of the phone. WhatsApp me. I'm always there for people if they need it. While Brian's here, let me have a quick swig of that. That's better. We did the local remembrance ride. Now I'm going to direct this at Brian, because Brian will probably know or Peaky will know what I'm going on about. So we did the remembrance ride, and I'm stood there nattering with the president of the bike MC group that I'm. And he said to me, "Where have you parked?" I went, "On the road." All right, well, why don't you park with us? I said, because I'm not part of your MC. There's a certain etiquette for MCs and that sort of group. If you're not a member, you park out the way. And he went, no, you can bring your bike up with that. No, I'll leave it on the road. So we stood there. Now, this guy's obviously, if Brian will know what I mean, he's a staff. So he was known as Staff Sergeant. But he's also the president of the Bikers Club. So we're nattering away, and he went, and he's nodding at one of his boys, and they're like all nodding at this one bloke that's just stood there. And he went, bloody Walters. And I went, what? He went, there's another bloody Walter over there. I went, what's that? He went, it's a Walter Mitty. And I went, what's one of them? And he went, you've never heard of a Walter Mitty? And I went, no. Am I missing out on something here? And he went, yeah, Walter Mitty. Look at his badge. And I went, this guy has got a whacking great big bar of medals, literally all across the front. And he went, he's got to be 42, 43. And one of the para blokes who stood behind him, like looking at his badges. And he went, oh, like your medals, mate. What's that one? Oh, this is my blah, blah, blah. And this is and this one's the Korean War. And he's like, all right. And he walked away and he went, and I went, I don't get it. And he went, Korean War, the guy's only in his 40s and that's a Korean War medal. He'd need to be at least 70 for the Korean War, mate. And I went, oh. He said, yeah, he's a Walter Mitty. He said, we get these people that turn up and they wear medals or they make out their bloody forces and they've not even been in the services. I was like, bloody hell, that's the first time I've ever seen a Walter Mitty. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have even known. And he went, where's yours? And I went, mine are up there. There's all my army stuff up there. My beret is that one there. The one that's all kept nicely folded in the corner. But he said to me, he said, did you not bring your beret this year? And I went, no. I said, I'm quite happy just literally turning up and just doing my bit for, you know, just honouring it. I don't feel the need to wear my beret or, you know. I said, I enjoyed what I did, but I don't feel the need to wear my beret or stick my campaign medals on or that. You know, it's in the past for me. And he went, oh, yeah, but you've earned them, mate. He said, you know, it's your right to wear them when you come to remembrance services. And I went, I'm quite happy doing it without. I said, I'd rather just come here, just honour everybody and do my thing. Brian just said, he didn't serve or wearing medals he hasn't earned. Yeah, but I was like, Jesus Christ, you know, and that's the first time I've ever seen one of those. Oh, Scott's just said, stolen valor, they call it in the States. They're quite, yeah, because that's what one of the staff said to me. He said, oh, yeah, in America, they call it stolen valor. And you can actually get locked away for it now in America. And I said to him, I said, you know, why do they not do that in England? He said, there's, I was just about to mention this and bloody Howie's just come in and said about it. Yeah, they've got a thing called the Walter Mitty Hunters Club. Loads of blokes. Well, yeah, there's loads of them on there. I found that Facebook page the other day and they call people out and go, you weren't in there, you weren't in there. I was like, Jesus Christ. Popped in, got to go. Brian, thanks for coming in, mate. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Stay safe. Yeah, stay safe, mate. Keep yourself safe. And if you need anything, just pick the phone up. Send me a message, WhatsApp me or whatever. Be nice to keep in touch with you, Brian. But thanks for popping in, mate. And everyone's like, oh, yes, but yeah, you haven't served her, but watch this. Right. We're getting sado now. There we go. Royal Signals badge, that is. But if I actually go in there, 3105, the last four of my serial number. Everybody used to have their name written in the cap with the last four of their serial number in it, because if you didn't know your serial number, when you went down to QM to get your wages, you didn't get paid because you had to give your serial number to get your wage slip. Yeah, 3105. There we go. Right, let's put that one up. Tuck that on. Come on, stick up there, and I've just dropped my other hat as well. Right. We're gonna. Oh, and talking of that, I've even got the hat as well, supporting our armed forces. Yes, there we go. I even went and bought the bloody hat. I should have had that one for free. Right, let's put that one up there. That's all the hats put away. Right, let's go back through these. Oh, God, I have my dad's made on a map detailing the tactics of desert. Oh, bloody hell, desert. I remember Desert Storm. You can get out away from being automated there. Collar the bloke in Wales. Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, he'd got all that. Yeah, he's walking around in his number one dress. Leanne's just said we were 22. Oh, bloody hell! Hey. Yeah, because everyone was like, "Oh yes, but the signals are Blandford Forum." No, the signals were based out of Catterick as well. When I was in, they were in Catterick Garrison. So yeah, I knew Catterick very well. Oh, bloody hell! All the old times. But yeah, they caught this guy. They had one where we've got a little Facebook group where we go and once a month on a Saturday, we'll go and catch up, and we have all the army boys get together. We find a field in the middle of nowhere. We normally ask the farmer. They get a load of logs, and we all sit round basically like a fire pit, and they brew up a chili or a curry, and we're all sitting round there. And they had one of the guys there, and they said to him, what's your serial number?" Didn't know. He said, "What infantry were you in?" "Oh, blah blah blah. I was in this. I was in that." "All right. What infantry?" He didn't know his platoon. And then he said to him, one of the guys said to him, he said, "Have you ever handled a gimpy?" And he went, "A what?" He went, "A gimpy." And he went, "Oh, is that the mask that you pull over your head?" If people don't know what a gimpy is, or an SLR, then yeah. Or you're practicing Morse code at the dinner table. Yeah. Ask Howie. Howie's very good at Morse code. After you retired, you can't wear the uniform again, except for, yeah. My number one dress outfit is actually up in the loft in a suitcase. I got it out about 3 years ago. I can't even get my bloody shoulder, because my shoulder's obviously going from sort of 18-year-old up to me now. I can't even get the bloody jacket tightened up around my neck. But my cap just about fits me. But yeah, it's mad stuff. But I can't get my head around why people would want to do that. I'm quite happy. I enjoyed my time in. I enjoyed some of it. I didn't enjoy a few parts that we had. But I tend not to talk about it. But the one thing that I always said, it taught me respect. It taught me discipline. I know how to iron a shirt and a pair of trousers. The one thing, because obviously when I got together with Mrs. B, and I'm talking 24 years ago, everywhere I went, I would always wear suit trousers. It's taken, 10 years to get me into a pair of jeans. I would never wear T-shirts. It's taken years to get me into wearing T-shirts or this sort of stuff, or even wearing trainers. But I would say 3 or 4 years ago, I actually wear tracksuit bottoms now. I would not wear tracksuit bottoms because I used to call it chav stuff. I would not wear chav wear. And she was like, "Oh, just put some tracksuit bottoms or trainers on, or just put some leggings on or jog bottoms and just potter around the house." And I'm like, no, I would always wear suit trousers to walk around the house. And also, yeah, as Leanne said, how to polish your boots. If you were to see my best going out boots, obviously my garage boots or my bike boots, they're just covered in oil. But my going out boots, you could literally hold them up and use them as a selfie camera. My boots shine. Buster ADV SL was way before SA80. Oh god, yeah. The SA80, that's the one where the stock falls off where you go to shoot the bloody thing. We never had the SA80. We had the SLR. She was just, oi, I love my chavwear. I tell you what, I don't wear it all the time. I'm normally either in Kevy jeans if I'm at work. But when I go out the weekends, it's suit trousers. I still put my suit trousers on. Yeah, it's taken her ages to get me into wearing bloody jogging, what I call jog bottoms, or everyone said, get a shell suit. What's one of them? I've never ever owned a shell suit. They were like the nylon things that all the kids had in the act. Never ever owned one. Never ever had them. I had a few pairs of leopard print trousers when I were a lad. Here's one for you. So if I come out of there, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a couple of photos, guys. So this is a bit of a laugh for you. Let's see if we can get in. That is a very young Rev with a perm at 15. Yeah, I did. I had a long shoulder length perm at 15. And then obviously my other one at 17, when the punks were around, that is actually Rev with bright green hair, a Mohican, fag in the hand, and punk hairstyle. Yes, those were the old days, as we say. We won't be doing that anymore. Yeah. Jerry just said I was such a bullshit they put me in charge of nuclear missiles. Oh, Jesus. FCCO, is that because you didn't have to be out because you wouldn't have to fire? I'll tell you what, oh God, some of the stuff that we used to. Jerry will know what I'm on about. Grenade training. All the stuff you used to have to do with great grenade training or cleaning your rifle out and making sure that this is my sidearm. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. 17, weren't you in the army? Yeah, I went in, 17 and a half. Yeah, and then had my head shaved off. I had a number 2 all over. You don't want to see the photos of me when the number 2. But yeah, 17 and a half I went in. Yeah, but Lily said, I still have the pink hair. Love it. Absolutely love it. Great fun. But there was loads up at so we had the Army, Navy, Air Force, we had the police there, we had the scouts, we had the Girl Guides, we had the paramedics up there as well. Now obviously if you've seen my remembrance ride, we cut a bit out in the middle where I turn around and go, biker down. I spent about 10-15 minutes with that guy because he basically dropped his Harley on his leg. So his right leg was out, his left leg was folded under. The bike threw him off. He put his foot out to try and kick the bike away, and it pinned him with both legs under the bike. I went running over, and the first thing they're trying to do is drag him out from under the bike. Just leave him there. Pick the bike up. Leave him alone. Let the paramedics look at him. Bit of bruising, but he hadn't broken anything. It was more the embarrassment. Because when we went to obviously pick him up and he went, oh God, I'm so embarrassed. I went, why is that? He went, I've gone and dribbled down my leg. And I went, don't worry about it, mate. We all do it when we drop something. Don't worry about it. But they sorted him out. He was just a bit embarrassed that he dropped his bike on wet leaves. But it's all the fun of riding in the winter. Vinyls, just most of my mates went in the army because I parked if when I couldn't get here. No, they didn't allow green hair. They shaved the bloody lot off, Howie. It was only spraying green anyway. Pull the pin. Long bit of rope, get your hands covered in shite. Yeah, exactly. Oh, all these old tricks coming out. Oh, bloody hell. Right, it is 9:10. I've been up I've been up for now 18 hours. Jesus Christ. I've got to be back at work for 6 in the morning. Oh, the fun of being a bike mechanic. Great fun. I've got 2 more bikes going out tomorrow. We've got the LXR SE. I am riding the R90 next week. I might even go out and have a ride on it to one of the bike cafes. Or get Phil to come out with me. But don't forget, 8 p.m. Sunday night, and we can't advertise this enough, 8 p.m. Sunday night, this guy, so Howie's going to be there, Howie 702. You can find the channels, that's Kime to Go or Todge 29. Jerry will be there as well. So Jerry is, let me just find Jerry's channel. This guy here, Flat Cap Cafe Racer, he's going to be there on a Sunday night. He should get his t-shirt in about a week's time. His carrier pigeon still flapping across the Atlantic with his Burt Munro t-shirt. So, yeah, Flat Cap Cafe Racer is going to be there. Time to Go, Todge 29, Howie 702, Steve the Dorset Rider, loads and loads of people in there as well. Alex Bleary View, he's going to be there as well. Andy GSA Tractor's going to probably be in there as well. Me, Exeter Rider, loads of people on a Sunday night. So it kicks off 8 o'clock. I will share the link up on my page as well. So if you happen to follow me on Facebook, RevBomb, or you follow me on YouTube, RevBomb, keep an eye out for the Sunday night live stream because Exeter's going to be on there as well. And don't forget, Exeter sometimes goes on at 7 o'clock. He sometimes chucks a live stream up an hour earlier. So keep an eye on those two. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll see you guys all Sunday night across on this guy's channel, Kime to Go. But it's a great bit of fun. It's not as raucous as what my Friday nights are, but it's going to be a good one. GB, Burt Munro, Anthony Hopkins, great. The reason being behind this T-shirt, I'm just going to let Jules know the story. So Burt Munro was the fastest Indian that went across the Bonneville Salt Flats, which was done by Anthony Hopkins. My mum, her cousin Cliff is in Australia, and obviously Burt Munro came from Australia. She's got a T-shirt because Mum loved the fastest Indian, so she got this T-shirt, which was, I think it's either the 20th or the 50th commemorative reunion of the Burt Munro Society, and this T-shirt hung in the wall. So she's got this T-shirt, and she basically said, your friend Jerry that does the Bonneville Salt Flats, yeah? Is it an Indian? I went, no, it's a rocket free. All right. But it's Bonneville Salt Flats, yeah. So she's boxed up this T-shirt, given it to me. It's gone across to Jerry, Flat Cap Cafe Racer, but it is a limited edition T-shirt. You cannot get that T-shirt for love or money. So it's a Burt Munro collectible T-shirt. I would not wear it. I would base it. Oh, New Zealand. Oh, thank you, Howie. Burt was from New Zealand. All right. Well, our family was from Australia, but yeah, God knows how they got this T-shirt, but it came back. So that's gone across to Jerry now. So what I would do, I would basically stick it in a photo frame and stick the bloody thing on the wall because it's going to be worth a fortune in a couple of years. But he should get that in there. Hopefully, Nigel has had his spray gun because it says on my InPost app that the spray gun was delivered. So he's probably out putting ACF on his bike with his spray gun. I'll find it. Yeah, brilliant. Enjoy it as soon as you get it. Bring it on the Sunday night live stream and hold it up and yeah, do that. I'm going to go and parcel up the rest of my Secret Santa stuff, but don't forget Sunday night. Time to Go, Todge 29, Jerry the Flat Cap Cafe Racer. We've got Steve Dorset Rider, Alex Blear Review, Andy GSA Tractor. Gus might even be in there as well. Night, guys. Have a great weekend. Cheers, Gus. Thanks for coming along, mate. As always, we'll see you all Sunday night. But from Rev, enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a wet one, so don't go riding. But whatever you're doing, be well, ride safe. And as always from Rev, it's a big goodbye from me. Stay safe, everyone.